What is up, y'all? Today is Sunday. What day it is of the month? I don't know. I think it's the 1st. I think it's November 1st. Today, I got a good video for you. Now, I did want to share something. I did have what is on my foot? I did have a light to go with my camera, but my light got broke. So I'm literally setting my tripod. It's a short little tripod, and I set it on 5 milk crates. I set it on 5 milk crates just to do this video and yesterday's video. But today, talk more about my testimony, where I'm at, because I feel like that's what I'm doing. Today, me and the fam, we're going to read Jeremiah 10. So if you want to read that, that's a good chapter to read. But besides from that, I bought some mustard seeds from Walmart, and now you already know what is going on because I said mustard seed, because you hear it all of the time. Oh, I just spilt them. Dang. Alright, they're so small though, the kids won't know. I need somewhere I could put this. Okay, I'll just put it right there. Man, that feels weird on my feet though. I'll have to sweep that up later. Alright, so look. Literally, I'm holding a mustard seed. Look at that. It's having a hard time focusing. You see that? You see how small that is? That is very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. Okay? The reason why I'm showing it to you is because you hear it all the time. If you have faith like the size of a mustard seed, that little thing right there. Can you see it out here? Barely. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, I've heard you can grow a mountain, you know, all that other stuff. This little seed grows a tree or whatever. I don't know the science behind it. I just know what I've been told for the rest of my life. But I'm not going to go by what I've been told. I'm literally going to go by from what has happened to me. But before I spill these, I'm going to close it up. Anyway, so, not by what I've been told, but just what I've been through, okay? A couple months back, where I said it before, I think, if I haven't, I'm going to say it again. A couple months back, me and my wife was going through divorce again for the second time because of my stupid self. Not her. She was putting the kids in danger. I was on my way back to Kansas, and I decided something gave me the bright idea just to go ahead and listen to gospel music, and that's what I did. I listened to some tent revival music, with Guy Penrod and the Gaithers and everything like that. And then somewhere around the line, Torn Wells came on, that new album that he came out with recently, with Citizen of Heaven or whatever. Anyway, Perfect Peace came on. Yeah, Perfect Peace came on while I was driving, and I already knew the lyrics. I just have, ignored what the meaning of the song was. So then I decided to listen to Perfect Peace, and at the time I was going through a lot of turmoil because at the time I kind of didn't know why she was divorcing me because I wasn't doing as much as I was doing last year in the stupidity part. You know what I'm saying? I knew that she was divorcing me, so I was kind of in all this turmoil. I didn't know what was going on. With me, I had a bunch of different wants. I was being split and divided within myself because I wasn't grounded in a good spot. I was just being torn in half by a bunch of other pieces, wow, half by a bunch of different things. I was smoking. I wasn't really drinking, but I had earlier in the year, so it was a possibility that I could be drinking again, you know, and I was just ignoring her, not treating her like my wife. I was worshiping the pay more than worshiping anything else. Usually, if you're not worshiping God, you might end up worshiping your wife or something like that. If you're in a religious relationship or a Christian relationship, is when you truly worship God above your wife. But for me, I was just worshiping my family more than everything. And then the job and then myself was what I ended up worshiping more than everything else. And that's what put me in such a bind. I already knew that Jesus could give you perfect peace, but it's all been ritualistic for me. You know, I get on my knees and I pray, and I say this and I say that. You know, I gotta say this before I can say that. I gotta say this before I can say that. Well, I wanted that perfect peace, and I've prayed before multiple times, and I didn't really feel like He heard me. So then that's what really drove me to not. I would be digging at my Bible, I'd be doing all this other stuff, and I really never heard Him. I just really wasn't seeing signs that He was listening. Never really saw signs that He was doing anything for me. I was just blinded by what I wanted to see, really. Then I had this little guy not with me, but I had literally just this little bit, just this little tiny thought that maybe, just maybe, right now while I'm in my car on my way back to Kansas, just maybe, I wanted that perfect peace so bad. I had this little tiny faith. I had this little tiny thought inside my head. Like, it was like in my stomach, kind of. Just kind of like just to do it, just to see. One last chance. And if not, then just give it up. Just give it up. Just one last chance. Just call out to him, right? That's all I did. Boom. Freaking bombarded by a peace that I've never felt in my entire life. It was amazing. It was magical, dude. And to this day, it's just been milestones. Yeah, I've slid back a little bit, but I ain't smoking. Literally, about a week or two back, I celebrated a year off of drugs. So, I mean, it's just, I know that I've only been back in Christ for these couple of months, and I just celebrated a year off drugs, but it was really because last year, when I first got off drugs and I came back to Christ, I had asked him, and see, that's the funny part, I had asked him to take drugs from me, and I didn't realize a couple months back, before I got saved again, on how much he actually took from me. That's why I said I was being blinded, and I literally just had this little tiny faith, dude, this little tiny mustard seed of faith, mustard seed of faith, that if I just asked him and called upon his name, that he would come in, and he would save me, and you know what, I feel like he did, I know he did, and I just dropped it, I don't know where it went. Anyway, I don't know where it went at all. I just wanted to make this video, just share a little testimony with you all, man. And honestly, that little faith has grown into a lot more. So that's what, you know what? Before I get off, hold on. A little bit of that little tiny mustard seed that I had, dude, it has grown. I see. At first, when I came back, I wasn't even allowed to be on the property because they didn't know what I was gonna do. I was so back and forth. They didn't know what I was going to do next. They didn't know if I was going to up and leave again. They didn't know if I was going to do something bad toward the kids. They didn't know, you know? Fully justified for that. I'm not mad at them for keeping me off the property. 100%, dude. I was so blindsided, dude. Shoot, I could have attacked somebody. I don't know. So I wasn't allowed on the property. That's fine, dude. You know, me and Shannon wasn't allowed to be together. We was trying to get a divorce, okay? Well, I really did not come home trying to get back with Shannon because I really wanted the Lord, right? It just happened. When I got to my RV site, which I don't even think I talked to her mom about this yet. When I got to the RV site, dude, he cut me a deal on the price to where I can stay to the 1st of the next month, which I'm forgetting months, but I think it was the 1st of September. Anyway, I got to stay to then, and he cut me a price so I didn't have to pay as much. I was like, wow, that's cool. I get to stay to the 1st. I did not know, but a couple weeks later, her mom he could move in on the 1st. See, that wasn't even, but they didn't even know. Excuse me. They didn't even know that I had to stay to the 1st. And I didn't have a job yet. I was still looking for a job. I had quit my job in Kansas to come home. And I was able to he cut that deal for me, which I thank the Lord for that. I stayed to the 1st. And as far as they knew, I was going to get a job and just stay there, right? They didn't know that. So next thing you know, hey, you can move in on the 1st, but I got to move out on the 1st. It was insane. So that was amazing. And then I ended up moving in earlier because of the storm. Laura had came through, which had made me stay because I could be with my boys and protect them, and they felt like it was okay because it wasn't me trying to persuade them that I was changed, you know? I just woke up every morning, and it was me and the Lord. Here recently, it hasn't been that way, just with everything coming together and falling apart. But you still got to focus on Him. And when I first came back, dude, my kids, no trust at all. Kids, like, Bjorn, barely anything. Caleb would just call me Mom, which I don't know if that's just him being one or whatever. I mean, he would just call me Mom. But now, because I had a little much seed of faith in my car, going back to Kansas, I now have kids call me Dad, and they say they love me, and they kiss me, and they don't freak out as bad when I walk out the door. Because it used to be Bjorn would panic if I would leave through the door. Now it's just, bye, Dad, you know, because he knows I'm coming back. And that's amazing. Knowing that he can trust me to come back. That's a big, big thing. Because when I first left last year, I was gone for 9 months. He barely saw me. 9 months. And well, I was gone. I came home once between them 9 months. Is what I'm saying. So now that he can trust me, and when I leave, that I'm gonna come back. And now I take him in the store with me. I can take Caleb in the store with me, and it's and it's not from what I've done. It's, I mean, yeah, you can say, well, you had that mustard seed of faith. Yes, but that little tiny mustard seed of faith is all I had, which has grown into this magnificent picture that's still being built. I ain't perfect. I'm never going to be perfect until I get to heaven. There's only one way I'll ever be perfect, and that's through Jesus Christ once I get to heaven. I have that sin nature. They are having fun in there. I don't know if you can hear that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this thing off. I just wanted to share that because I bought the mustard seeds. I'm not even going to cook with them. I literally, look how many's in there, dude. Look at that. I literally just bought them for this video. They're so tiny. That little tiny piece of faith is all you need, bro. I'll put that in there. I'm praying for you. I don't even know who's watching this, but if I get a view, I'm gonna pray for you. I don't even know who you are.